So the place is spotless except for my room, of course. I'm gonna go visit my mom today. I keep the place spotless, at least it's, because I have like no control over just about everything that happens with my mother. I do have control to keep the place spotless. Something, I'm going to take a shower. I haven't gotten my period since September 27th. So when it was the beginning of November, I was like, okay, my period's just a little bit late. Now it's really late. But since I'm not sexually active at all, I'm not having to worry that I might be pregnant or something. It's just, I guess, pre-menopause. I'm assuming. It happened a while back, several months ago, and that not for this long, but then it was regular again every month around the same time. It could be stress related too. I don't know how any of this works. All I know is I'm crying constantly. I don't dare hope for anything because look what happens. What do I do? Look what happens when I hope. Poor woman's probably going to be sectioned and sent to another fucking mental hospital, and there's nothing I can do about it, people. There's nothing I can do about it. You have to understand. I put in my 2 cents for what it's worth, There's nothing I can do. Nothing I can fucking do. Cry constantly, I can drink, but when it comes to my mom, there's nothing that I can do, okay? I didn't call 911 psych intentionally to avoid this, But they sent her to psych anyway. And they're giving her time, because remember, she'd been off her meds, which I didn't know, and they're giving her time to, they're giving her time to get restabilized or whatnot. But you have to remember that she's not been right all along these past weeks. But we made the decision, me and her primary care physician, and it's, together with my mom and whatnot. But she doesn't know that anything's wrong with her. But I talked to him personally, privately, about keeping her out of the mental hospitals. That it's not helping her at all. And actually, I think I talked to him about that right in front of her. But I also talked to him privately, saying things, I know she's not perfect, but he agreed with me about everything. I told him that Auntie is giving up and says my mom belongs in a nursing home. I have a text from her last time. And she was disgusted that hospital was doing exactly what I had already warned them the other hospital had done, basically begging them, the universe and whatnot, to not have it repeat thing. And they wound up doing the same thing. Not quite as bad, but an auntie called them, didn't mince words. If that's the best you can do for my sister, send her elsewhere. But they didn't send her elsewhere. They didn't even have the courtesy to tell me they were sending her home. You understand? And by they, it's of course little twit social worker who didn't like me complaining about her lackadaisical attitude or her just belittling me basically over my concern about my mom's clothes being stolen. God forbid, I shouldn't get upset about anything so trivial. It just makes me sick, okay? I'm calling every day, you're not returning my calls. Finally, I reach you, and I say, I was going to come in today, bring my mom a winter coat because it's getting cold. She's going to need warmer clothes. She has summer clothes. And I'm sure you're not sending her home tomorrow or discharging her tomorrow. Actually, we are. And you're not going to bother to tell me, are you little bitch? Oh, my God. Why should I bother this time? My life's such a fucking nightmare. course, my mom's is way worse, but again, I can't do anything about this, you know? Last time I got blindsided with, and you guys know what happened several months ago. The reason that she was sent back to a hospital, I had expressly said, don't send her. That's where she had the lithium toxicity. And you know what I mean? Auntie had said the same thing. Wanna know why? Mixed up with her insurance. They thought she had none. Okay? And she can only go where someone will accept for non-insurance. And it turned out she had insurance all along. It's just a big fucking farce. Okay? Where last time I have to be told, I was under the impression we could say where we didn't want our loved one to be sent. And this guy's, no, you have no rights to say anything. We can send her anywhere if you're not her guardian. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck the system, you know. And the psychiatrist I like so much. They're gonna, if they send her to mental hospital, they're destroying everything you and I and her primary care physician worked on. Well, I wouldn't look at it that way. Well, I would. Well, when I saw her, she was really depressed. Yes, and you know she had a UTI, we found out, and she's also been off her meds. Her meds were down. Give her a chance. You know? If she doesn't stabilize, they're gonna section her. They're gonna put her in another fucking mental hospital. And again, go back to my life, such a nightmare. I wouldn't be surprised if she's sent to that fucking place that, where we could sue them, where they violated her rights. And of course, Auntie had said last time, if they send her there, I would go right back down and pick her up. And Auntie can say anything she wants. She doesn't live up to what she says, you know? So, words are easier than actually going to do it. And now they're going to know I'm hostile because they, you know, she hasn't been perfect. These mental hospitals don't help her. Okay? Maybe I'd be agreeable if you were going to send her to some brand new place, but I doubt that's going to happen. It tends to be the bad shitholes who have the open beds. And then, for obvious reasons, this place was not a shithole, but the people in it, the one she was sent to twice, the one, you know, it was actually a nice hospital, but it doesn't go by the hospital, you know? Those people dropped the ball so badly, it's just unreal the condition they sent my mom home in. It was the same hospital she'd been in before when I dealt with a really nice doctor who actually was willing to talk to me directly, which was a miracle, because none of them do. They're arrogant, not trying to talk to me directly. Most doctor never talked to me directly at the one where she suffered the lithium toxicity and then was in there again. They never bothered ever to talk to me directly, just so you know. You have to go through the social worker. And remember, I caused trouble there too, because shit was happening. I bought my mom's bag the first time she was in there. Oh no, that was the second time. No, that was the first time, I think. Because she had the same social worker both fucking times with a month or so in between or something. Her bag was missing. Auntie and I had gone to visit. The guy does the inventory and her bag wound up sitting somewhere for over a week. Sick. Okay. The next time she was in there, I made a point of bringing her stevia or bringing her stuff, and they weren't giving it to her because they didn't feel like it. And then we had the big major thing was the shower, her falling in the shower and then wanting to hide it. You know, they don't want you to complain about anything, and the patient has no rights. The patient is ignored. You know. That's a given. I don't care what any of you think. You think these mental hospitals are fucking resorts where the patients listen to? They are negated, even if they tell you their fucking clothes were stolen. They're told, your clothes were not stolen, you gave them away. Because that's convenient. More convenient than actually, you know, it's just sick. And all her clothes had her names on them too, but that doesn't matter. Oh, did I forget to mention that? if they were respectable, if they didn't just negate the patients, the fucking pants my mom was insisting were stolen because they moved her room, they dropped the ball, they left a bag of her clothes behind, and then refused to confront any patients about stealing the bag or whatever. And they have the nerve to sit to me, our patients don't really steal anything. Bullshit. Bullshit. Then when I talked to upper management, our patients don't really steal anything, and and she was talking down to me. She's like, but she was nicer than the social worker, but she listened to me at least. She let me talk, and not just belittling me secretly and negating me, and like I'm making a big deal. And well, patients do give their clothes away, and I had no recourse because I'm not there to see whether or not my mom gave her clothes away. I go by her crying, and my common sense tells me she didn't give away her pants that fit her. Remember, she's gaining weight or whatnot. She gave away pants that fit her and kept ones that didn't. And the ones that didn't, she wanted me to take home when I went to visit her. You know what I mean? Because I saw upper management first and then went to my mom and insisted on looking at the clothes. And when the upper management called down there, they said, oh, yeah, she's missing one or two things. But when I went through the inventory list, which I had a right to do so long as she requested it, right? She was missing a lot more than one or two things. So it's all a farce. It's all bullshit, okay? But of course, they don't like that. They love it when patients don't have any advocates, I'm sure. Or at least they only have advocates. They only have ones like they can. When I was never involved, when I wasn't living around here, Auntie told me she was never involved. I know she wasn't. And even when she's a healthcare proxy, my mom's sister, my mom will call her and Auntie will ignore her and say, I'm not talking to her when she's acting like that. But I talk to her constantly. I call her, she calls me. I still have all of these messages crying. All these tearful messages from her on this home phone that I figured out I can tape onto a tape recorder. Just all I have to do is attach a speakerphone instead of that phone, okay? But no, I know damn well these places can't stand it because they are used to it. And that's why that case manager talked to me like that, my mom's case manager, and I'm not her fucking patient. And you don't talk to me like that. I am not your fucking patient. You don't try to coddle me and calm me down and act like I'm making a big deal over nothing. You can do it to your fucking patients. You don't fucking do it to me.